Well, I've got a question here. How do I deal with social disapproval and becoming more single-minded? That's what I want to do, my goals and where my boundaries are. One thing I noticed of you, Duran Rider, is I've noticed you couldn't give a monkey's what people think of you. It must be nice to be that self-assured. How do you cultivate that mindset? This is a question from the DuranRider.com coaching group, where I answer all questions in that group. As many questions as you want. Lifetime, okay? Lifetime, not just a 1 week or a 30-day. You join my coaching group, you get lifetime questions answered for me. Unlimited questions. You got 1,000 questions? If you've got 10,000 questions, do you think I can answer? Related to bike, nutrition, dating, making mad cash online, traveling the world, all right? Helping pigeons, whatever, all right? Wearing your girlfriend's hat for clickbait, trolling, whatever, man. You got questions? I'm here to answer. Energy, people. Energy. That's what we've got over here. All right, so dealing with social disapproval, becoming single-minded with your goals, self-assurance. How do you cultivate that mindset? Social disapproval is something that, it doesn't matter what race you are, if you look good, if you look bad, if you're young, if you're old, if you speak Chinese or Bogan. It doesn't matter what all these things. Someone's going to not like it, all right? Someone's not going to like it. Okay, if you're really aesthetic, you have haters. If you're really maybe not so much aesthetic, you'll have haters. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You just got to focus on what your goal in life is. And my goal is to make the world a better place. All right? If you're in my life, you fucking win. Whether you're a pigeon on the street that's fallen out of the nest and is going to be eaten by the rats in the next few hours, and I'll pick you up and save you, feed you up, teach you how to fly, good to go, put you with the flock. Or et cetera, or you want to lose 40 kilos or 200 kilos, or you want to not have to worry about money ever again. Or you want to overcome social disapproval. That's what I'm focusing. I'm focusing on giving back to what's around me, okay? So when you focus on that, at a 10 out of 10 focus, that's my focus. When you have social disapproval, I'm doing 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 over here. I've got 0 to 1 focus energy left for social disapproval. People make the most heinous, crazy things and allegations and all sorts of things about me on the internet, and there's nothing I can do, anyone can do. Anyone can try and cancel you on the internet. They can say you're a rapist, you're a pedo. You don't need proof, all right? As long as someone's got enough following and they've got people who are jealous of them or want some attention or some clout to cash off, then people can say whatever they want about you. And there's nothing you can do about it, okay? So most people would probably end it all if they had the level of hate that I get on social media. I understand this is part of the parcel, part of the fame. You got a big dick, you fuck hot chicks, someone's going to get hurt and bounce at some time. Okay, that's just part of the deal. I accept that, all right? For me to be crying about certain situations in my life, I'd be the biggest beater. And hey, I did for a little bit sometimes there. I got a bit frustrated and I would throw back at people, and I'm sorry for doing that, those people. I was just, letting the ego get better of myself and wasn't really understanding the bigger picture, wasn't understanding what I'm here to do on the planet. Just got a bit sidetracked, lost a bit of focus there. Maybe got a bit undercarb. Who knows? Maybe it was the roid rage. But anyway, so just social disapproval is part of life. And the biggest problem a lot of people have is thinking they're never going to have any problems. Or they shouldn't have any problems. Life is problems. Problems are a situation waiting for a solution. That's what a problem is. Someone gives you shit online, or your family gives you shit, or your kids give you shit, or whatever, then that's a problem waiting for a solution. A problem is a situation waiting for a solution. Now, some people pull out the Glock 9, pop, 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 and then pop, and then, that was dumb. Or they end up in prison for 10, 20, 50 years or whatever. Or they disown people, they cut people off, or they get into drugs to try and numb the disapproval. That's a bad one. You know what I mean? Versus, okay, my kids aren't grateful for what I'm doing, but hey, that's what fucking kids do. You know what I mean? That's what kids do. You pour your life into your kids, and they steal from you, they fuck you up, they ring the cops, they burn your house down, they kill you even sometimes, you see on the media. That's what kids do. And if your kids are well-rounded, grateful, healthy, etc., then you won the fucking lottery, didn't you? So just understand that's just part of the deal. I ride my bike, you get flat tires, you get some Isaac Butterfield wannabe going, just whatever. It's part of the deal. You just got to roll with it and have that sort of bit of unconditional laughter about how crazy life is and just how things are. Sometimes things don't make sense. Life often doesn't make sense. What you can guarantee in life is you're going to have a lot of problems. You have some that are pleasure. So focus on the pleasurable bit and learn from the problems and understand them as situations waiting for a solution. Okay? And that problems are always bad. Problems are a sign you're alive. Because when you have zero problems is when you're pushing up the daisies. When you turn into worm shit. Okay? So that's just the deal there. So social disapproval, I'm focusing on what I've got to do in the planet. I'm so busy and just like focusing on that. And it's not to like drown out the negativity. The negativity is always there. There's always the right to focus on. There's always the good things to focus on. That's always available. And what we focus on is how we feel. And there's always the wrong to focus on. All right? And what we focus on is how we feel. So do we want to feel right and good and positive and get it done, grateful? Or do we want to feel like fucking bad mojo? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck do you want? Your life isn't your money, your looks, how good, who you're fucking or whatever, who you're not fucking. Your life is how you feel. That's your life experience in any given moment. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Right here, right now is a gift. That's why they call it a present. You know what I mean? So life's experience only now, isn't it? It's not, you know what I mean? And so the memories in your head, you can think, oh, that was good. Wow, that was a good time here back when we did that. Yeah, that's awesome. Or you can think, oh my God, my mum did this to me. My dad did this, someone did this to me. My boyfriend, my girlfriend did this to me. Oh, so bit me up. You can always replay the past. Good feelings, then replay the past. It's going to be good. If it's bad, go, yeah, I was fucked up. Wrong place, long time. Learn from that. You know, I'm never going to trust a man again. I'm never going to trust a woman again. I'm going gay. I'm going butch. You know, your life, your choice. But we only experience our life in our head with our thoughts and emotions. And that's the only thing we can control. Can't control your mortgage rates. Unless you ditch your mortgage. You can't control the weather. All you can control is your thoughts and emotions. How you perceive things. Your perception of things. That's all we can control. And having that mental muscle, that only happens if we work it daily, hourly. All right? The emotional muscle. We put this emphasis on physical muscle. We're popping tren. We're popping D-ball. I'm jacked. I'm swole, bro. You know? You're mirroring, bro. But what about the emotional muscle? People are popping Xanax for that. And that makes your emotional muscle weak as piss. Because then you just can't use your brain properly. It's like, oh, someone said something mean to me. Give me a Xanny. Come on, man. That's the way we get emotionally weak and unbalanced, that shit. You want to just focus on the good. Be aware of the wrong or whatever. But go, well, what do I want to really focus on? What do I really want to enjoy? But it's good to focus on what's wrong a lot of the time as well to build your emotional muscle. Go, okay, there's a problem here. How can I see things differently? This person was really bad to me. Okay, they're a fucking drug addicts. Okay, why? Because they got PTSD. Because they don't have much emotional muscle to be able to have the emotional intelligence and the ability to deal with shit and change perceptions and procedures. And they just repeat the cycle and then they abuse others and they get abused. It's just, they don't stop and go, hang on, let me just focus on what's right over here. And they'll change my whole reality. All right? Imagine if I just walk down the street, bump shoulders with some bro. What do you want? Fucking what? Boom. This fight's on. As a man, you can pick a fight anytime you want. Or I can just focus on, oh, hey, bro, what shoes you got? I'll sell some fucking shoes. You know? You want some Jordan 312 Legacies, bro? $80. What size are you? Yeah, I'll sell them to you. Yeah, just whatever you want to focus on, man. So the social disapproval is always there to focus on. But I'm too busy focusing on what my goals are. Making the world a better place. Being the change I want to see. The disapproval never goes away. Never goes away. In the comments, you're a pedo, you're a rapist, you're creepy, your hat looks weird, you're skinny, you use too much steroids, you're this, you're that, whatever. You know what I mean? It's always there. You know? Your 20-year-old girlfriend looks like she's 50. Like, just whatever, man. Just all this bullshit. You do porn, you're bad. Whatever. You know, your dick's too big. Your dick's too small. My uncle's a donkey. Like, just whatever, man. You know, like, the disapproval's always fucking there. How much weight do we want to put on that? 1 out of 10 maximum, all right? When you put social disapproval 1 out of 10, that's when you really start really enjoying your life. Because all of a sudden, you got 9 out of 10 focus for the good shit. What needs to be done? Social disapproval, man, that's a huge one. And the reason why it's so hard to build the emotional muscle to overcome social disapproval is we're pack animals. We're designed to live in the pack. So in the jungle, if you get social disapproval, you're on your own. And then the next tribe might spear you, or the jaguars are going to eat you. So we do everything to say, hey, no, guys, don't abandon me. Back me up in the jungle here. But we don't live in the jungle no more. Or we live in a concrete jungle. We actually live in a cyber jungle. But it doesn't really matter, does it? Because the people on here, it's just, it doesn't really matter. Unless we make it matter. And then the only things in life that matter are the ones that we make matter. Okay? So for someone out there, they could get called mean comments and they quit their YouTube career. Because they're only on YouTube to make the cash or to get some fame. And then when they're on YouTube to get approval. And when they're no longer getting approval, they finished. They hate it. Okay, then they upload sparingly or whatever. They just, they get the money. I just want the money. I'm out now. So that's the deal. So what we focus on is how we feel, man. That's everything in life. And the more you work your muscle in your brain, the more that muscle grows. And you have that emotional endurance as well. And I've been on social media for so long, for over 21 years now. Every day I get disapproval. And again, I have a 0 to 1 out of 10 focus on that because I'm so busy doing what needs to be done. Okay? We can sit around going, look at all the trash, or we can say, okay, let's put it in the recycling. Let's put it over here. Let's just fix it up. Everyone's going to hate you. Everyone's going to love you, depending on what comments you focus on. Simple as that. And what else am I going to say? Just if I've got time to focus on haters, then I'm not focusing on the people who really want me and who need me, or the animals who need me. And that's fucking endless, isn't it? And haters, man, let's break it down. Like, haters are having a bad moment. They're undercarb, they're drinking Coke Zero, they've got some eating disorders or disordered eating, or they're doing drugs and they're coming down. Their serotonin's crashed, their dopamine's crashed, they're feeling shit. So we got to feel sorry for them, all right? Why would we want to rev up because someone says something, I mean, yeah, I've done that a lot of my life, especially on Tren and Decker and fucking Test. I've done some things that probably shouldn't have done, and I apologize for that. But, it's very normal and natural to want to react. But again, we want to have emotional intelligence and learn to control ourselves, because it's so easy to do something in a split moment that could change the course of our lives or someone else's lives, and we'll end up regretting it. Or deep down, subconsciously, we will. So this is important, man, to just what's your goal and just focus on that. Become obsessed with that. And when you become obsessive in the right ways, wow, you become a person in need. You become a person in need. Your inboxes are pumping, and it comes down to the end where if you don't give someone enough attention, they're like, hey, what's going on here? People often think, well, I have to be like everyone else because I'll be lonely. Well, I'll tell you what, kids and people, most of my biggest problems in my life I've had is because people wanted my time and I didn't make time for them. So this whole thing about, well, you got to just do what everyone else says, otherwise you're going to be lonely, is absolute fucking bullshit. Excuse the broken French. All right. Because my biggest problems in my life have involved other people and me or them feeling like I wasn't giving them enough attention because they wanted my attention that bad. And that's a compliment. I'll take that on. And I didn't really understand that at the time. Okay. So you never ever be, if you're living your purpose and you got the passion and you got the energy from your carbon up and your good lifestyle, going to sleep, water, focus, those things, sleep, water, sugar, focus, and you understand emotional intelligence and how to control your thoughts and emotions, and that only you can, no one else can, right? People can sort of like push us a bit and we'd be like, but end of the day, we control this, okay? And that's why I recommend being sober so much, all right? That's why I recommend don't use anabolic steroids, because we want to learn how to control our brain at 10 miles an hour. When you throw in caffeine and Tren and Test and other things that just speed up the gearing and shit, but you can't handle fucking 10 RPM. You can't handle 10 watts. You can't handle 10 horsepower. Then you put these things in that are going to make your brain and your emotions go, then no wonder people are having such mental health crisis right now or doing stupid shit. So say no to drugs for a long time, for a couple of years at least, just so you can build your emotional muscle, and it just grows from there. And then when maybe one day you do want to throw in some pepper in some PEDs or whatever, then you can really use them to advantage, you know? I'm glad I spent a lot of my life natural. No caffeine, no cacao wowie, and really finding myself, spending time out in the bike, out in nature, you know, sugaring up, going to bed early, and just spending that time alone is fantastic. When you become the person who needs nobody, you become the person everybody needs. And that's where I come at this point in my life. I'm I'm coming up to 50 soon. So it feels great that, you know, but it's taken me a long time to get here. Something like, you dumb cunt, I learned that when I was 20. Hey, I'm a slow learner. But that's what it is. But yeah, social disapproval, man, is a huge one. You know, to be a vegan, you got to understand that. To be a cyclist, you got to understand that. To have, you know, your ideal partner, you're going to have that. Like, a lot of guys want to have, you know, a fit chick, young, hot chick, babe, everyone else wants, but they can't deal with the social disapproval, or the jealousy comes in, or the insecurities come in, or because they don't have this emotional muscle built up yet, okay? It's just, you just got to build it up, man. Like, some people say, I'm going to go run a marathon. I'm like, I haven't any training, bro. You're going to get fucking injured. Oh, no, I'll show you. I'm hard, bro. I'm hard. It's like, I know you think you're hard, but you are hard, but your tendons aren't, bro. Your tendons are tendons, all right? And boom, they do a ligament, you know? They do an Achilles or whatever. That's like, I hate to be say I told you so. But when it comes to emotional muscle, it's like, it's the same thing. You got to, like, baby steps, build it up, okay? And, but the thing with emotional muscle, you can learn it pretty quick, right? You can learn it pretty quick. So start learning that fucking right now. Start learning that right now, because life just gets more and more full on, and you never know what's coming. So it's good to work on your emotional muscle every moment. And the best way to do that is understanding what we focus on is how we feel, and we control our focus, okay? We control our focus. And it's the easiest to focus. To control your focus is the most easy thing when you are sober, when you have gone to bed at 9 p.m., when you are properly hydrated, you're pissing clear every 2 or 3 hours, when you're eating enough sugar. When have you eaten enough sugar? You no longer crave sugar, all right? Simple as that. When you had enough sleep, you no longer crave sleep, okay? So that's the deal. And then you have that maximum participation in your daily reality, which is experienced here, okay, in the fluffy hat. Otherwise, people try and do it the hard way, that they're being undercarb, they're drinking Coke Zero, they're having caffeine. Well, caffeine helps my focus. Yeah, but caffeine will help you focus for a bit, but then eventually your brain just sort of goes, ooh, you know, caffeine increases cortisol. And if your cortisol is too high, then it's hard to control your focus, okay? Then you start having a deep focus on something you can't really control, like depression or assumptions or taking things personally, you know what I mean? And it's like when you're drunk and you're just like staggering around going, fuck, I can't control my fucking gait, you know? It's got to take some time for those drugs to flush out of your system, and then you can regain control. But these are key. These aren't talked about. We're giving kids fucking Monster energy drinks and shit. Red Bull, man. Red Bull. Red Bull for kids, bro. It's crazy. And is it any wonder why we have such mental health craziness going on right now? But hey, it fuels the economies, man. Social disapproval. People, I got to work hard, get the flex, get the product, get the bling, and that drives economies and scales things up. Anyway, that's just the deal. Focus on what you want to feel like in life. If you focus on, and you can fake it till you make it. You can fake it till you make it. Like, if you pretend you're Lance Armstrong, you instantly become a better cyclist. By asking the question, what would Lance do? Lance would just push it, spin the wind, carb up, hydrate, you know? Take some EPO, don't do that bit. But, you know, if you think I'm Lance, then you're going to be a better cyclist. You're faking it to make it. And then you're starting to have this neuroplasticity where you're changing your brain chemistry. Same as that. If you're feeling fearful in a situation, you just say, fuck it, let's go. Feel the fear, do it anyway. Let's tap into some courage. Then you'll start to tap into more courage vibes and fake it till you make it, okay? We all fake it till we make it, don't we? Even as babies, our first steps, you know, we think we can walk, but we can't. We can't. I'm going to walk here. Oh, fuck, this walking's hard. And everyone around us doesn't say, hey, fuck, baby, you tried once, you give it up. You can't fucking walk. You can't walk, little cunt. You're fucked. No, we don't do that, do we? We say, come on, keep going. You go hold you up, get a baby walker and all this shit. But as adults, when you try and do something and you can't do it, people are like, mate, you're fucking useless. So we I don't want to try because I don't want to get social disapproval. And then we end up becoming just fucking, nothings compared to our potential, what we could do. food for thought, man. But social disapproval, that is huge, man. That's the biggest one, I reckon. Social disapproval, that is, fuck, man. That social disapproval can get you killed. You say the wrong thing to someone in some place of the world, boom, cap in your ass, just because their ego was affected, and they're willing to risk the death sentence or whatever, prison term or whatever, just because you said something about their shoes or their hat, and people will put a cap in your ass just for that, you know, because their fear of social disapproval is like fucking T-Rex, Megasaurus level of fear of social disapproval. And then you say something to me, I'll be like, oh, well, so what's that again? I didn't hear you, man. I didn't hear you. Oh, yeah, cool, mate. No worries. Can I sell you some shoes? Subscribe to my OnlyFans, you know, subscribe to my YouTube or whatever, you know, like, because it's like taking things personal, man. Like, life's fucking short. You could be dead today. You could wake up tomorrow with a big fucking lump in your neck, go, fuck, what's that? And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you go, I should go to get an opinion here. Go to the doctors. Doctor's like, mate, you got a fucking massive tumor. It's grown around your fucking aorta. And we can't do shit. Fuck, you're going to die, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to be thinking, fuck, what? No, I've got shit to do in my life. Too late. You're dead. Or you wake up, your house gets fucking crushed. Or you just have a stroke in your sleep. So why the fuck, in 2024, when we don't live in the fucking jungle, we have to worry about tigers and lions and jaguars, are we giving too much of a fuck about social disapproval? Why are we, you know, like, but people are so trapped. They're like, no, my parents, my ex, I've got to show them up, you know, like, okay, man, if that's the life, of all the ways you could live your life, you want to work in a job you hate, or you don't have much passion for, to buy shit you don't really need, to impress people who are also lost, or don't like you, or you don't really like them. Fuck that. Fuck that. Seriously. I've been dead broke living on the street. No girls would really talk to me, and having the best time ever. And I've been on the other flip side, inboxes getting smashed, threesomes, sore pelvis in Chiang Mai, more money than I know what to do with, and been really happy with that too. Okay, so live both sides of the fence. And I'm happy to do either one. Grateful to be in either situation. But because I've been in both situations, that makes me a more well-rounded coach. I can offer people real advice in situations like that. But yeah, it is the fear of social disapproval, man. It's, you know, it's a killer. Literally, it's a killer. It kills your life quality